A lot of stops for Dorsey in his career. Ran a lot of college recruiting deals for the NFL teams. Seattle, Green Bay, Kansas City. He has never run a ball club. Never. Never run a team. So he has never had the final say on the draft. Ted Thompson, I'm sure, had it in Green Bay. Andy Reid had it in Kansas City. So he never said, this is the guy we're taking as a team. Gettleman was with the Giants for 13 years, 99 through 2012. That's 3 Super Bowls. And then he was with Carolina, ran a team. That's another one. He has been part of a franchise that has been in mix for 4 Super Bowls. 1, 2, lost 2. The one he lost, one of the 2, he ran the whole shebang. I trust him. Simple. I trust him. And he don't like taking running backs. I trust him. The Giants don't. I know that. Wes in New Hampshire. He says hello, and he's on Mad Dog Unleashed. Wes, good afternoon. How are you today, pal?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Chris?
Fine, Wes. Thank you. What's on your mind now?
Yeah, I want to kind of get your take on something. I'm an Eagles fan, and their pick last night, they obviously traded to the Ravens, and they took Lamar Jackson. You think it was kind of like a play on the Giants, who were picking second tonight, to avoid them getting the pick? Is that like a thing that teams are?
I don't think the Giants would have taken Lamar Jackson. The Giants would have had a tough sell telling people that we took Jackson, but we didn't take the guy at number 2 that we had a chance to take. I don't know if Jackson's a giant kind of quarterback. I don't think the Giants are going there, to be honest with you. So I don't think that Eagle move with the Ravens really had anything to do with the Giants at 34. Now, I don't know that. I don't think that. What did the Eagles get for that, by the way?
They got a second rounder tonight, 52nd overall, and then a second rounder next year.
So they got Baltimore's 52nd tonight. So Baltimore jumped up. How many spots did Baltimore jump up?
20 spots.
Because they were at 52. So they jumped up 20 spots to get the Eagle pick, and the Eagles got 2 second rounders out of it. Okay.
Who's your winner there?
That's a good question. I think Baltimore did well to get Jackson. Now, I don't like him. I don't think he's going to be, again, if your ceiling is Michael Vick, that to me, that means nothing. So what? Michael Vick? Jeez, really? He wasn't a great NFL quarterback. So if that's who he reminds everybody of, I'm not that impressed with. But Baltimore needed a QB, needed a guy they could develop around, so I can understand why they wanted to go in that direction. Here is Rick in Connecticut. Yes, he had the coffee today, and he did have a cinnamon bun at Connecticut Muffin, but he swore he was going to run it off at 5 o'clock. Rick,
I didn't even notice you were on a mission this morning. It looked like you couldn't wait to talk about the draft.
Rick, I love you so. What is on your mind? Now, let me hear your take here. Go ahead.
A couple of quick things. I want to talk about there are a couple of quick hits for Ohio State quarterbacks. Eli Apple, Garrett Conley. How did they work out?
Eli Apple, yeah, Apple stinks. Good, but who's the other guy?
Conley, the Raiders. He's the guy who's up on charges.
Interesting. Good point. Okay, well, Lattimore is good, but I understand. Yep, go ahead.
Who was the quarterback who beat out Baker Mayfield at Texas Tech? Do you know who that was?
You're going to tell me, and I'm going to know who is it. Who was it?
Davis Webb.
Davis, then he transferred to Cal?
Then he transferred because Pat Mahomes beat him out. But after you look it up, you'll see that Webb started and Mayfield transferred.
Wow, I didn't know that. So Webb left Texas Tech to go to Cal after Mahomes came in and beat him out after Webb had beaten out Mayfield.
Right, exactly. Okay. After freshman year. Take a look at the numbers.
All right, number 3. Go ahead.
Number 3, Dorsey. I think his decision is going to go down as the Seahawks passing for 1 yard in the Super Bowl. He's got too cute by a half the way he went.
I think he got a little too cute too. I think the Browns could have taken a quarterback at 4. I know they wanted the 4 cracks at it. I don't know where in that system from that conference, a bad half against Georgia, and he was awful. I am not sure if he was worth, and he's small. I don't know if I would have taken him at that number 1 pick. I happen to agree with you. Go ahead.
I think you'll be fine. I think you'll be a good NFL player, but I just think they could have gotten the 2 players.
Well, I don't know if they would have gotten Mayfield because I don't know if Mayfield would have gotten by the Jets.
But they would have had a quarterback and they would have had Barkley. They would have had a running back.
Yeah, they would have had a QB. They would have had either Rosen or they would have had a Josh Allen. So, Rick, what the Browns are telling you is they felt that Mayfield was infinitely better than the other 3 guys. We're going to have to wait and see on that.
It'll be interesting.
Good job, Rick.
Thank you.
You take care. Good to have you with us on this busy day. Let's chat with Scotty in Tampa. He says hello on Mad Dog Unleashed. Scott, good afternoon. How are you today?
I'm good, Doggy. Thanks. A couple of things here, Doggy. First on this Eli Manning thing. People are calling him killing Eli Manning over the last few years. Chris, give me 2 seconds and let me read
He did not play well.
Chris, let me read this to you. 2014, 63%, 4,400 yards, 30 touchdowns, 14 picks. In 2015, 62%, 4,400 yards, 35 touchdowns, 14 picks.
Right.
Playoff year, 2016, 4,100 yards, 63%, 26 touchdowns, 14 picks.
A lot of this is Beckham taking a 10-yard pass play 100 yards. But go ahead.
Doesn't matter why it's there. And last year, behind the team, Chris, you would admit, offensive line a joke. Wayne Gallman at running back and no Odell Beckham. He still threw for 3,500 yards, 63%, 19 touchdowns, and 13 picks. Anybody who says he's awful right now doesn't know what they're talking about.
Awful's not awful. No, not awful. But
not awful. Not even close to awful.
He's erratic. Scott, you know. I know the Giant fan. I know the Giant fan is goofy with this.
Wait. He's been erratic his whole career, Chris. Nobody would tell you that. But again, when big games need to be played, Eli Manning has proven throughout his whole career
that I agree with.
Done. Give him an offensive line, give him a running game, and give him a defense. Look, the Giants got rid of JPP, and people were screaming. The last few years, JPP is infinitely worse at his position than Eli has been at quarterback, and it's not even close.
That I agree with you on. So a little higher upside in your eyes on Eli. 9 in front of the hour here on Mad Dog Unleashed.
DeAndre Ayton.
Throw it down for 8, and it's tipped.